Hogwarts Legacy Vivarium Beast Care Gameplay Graphorn, Mooncalf, Niffler, Kneazle. Inside the Hogwarts Legacy Room of Requirement is a wider open space where players will be able to store and care for beasts. Check out what it looks like to care for these beasts and customize the world around them. Graphorn. The Graphorn is found in mountainous European regions. Large and greyish purple with a humped back, the Graphorn has two very long, sharp horns, walks on large, four-thumbed feet, and has an extremely aggressive nature. Mountain trolls can occasionally be seen mounted on Graphorns, though the latter do not seem to take kindly to attempts to tame them, and it is more common to see a troll covered in Graphorn scars. Powdered Graphorn horn is used in many potions, though it is immensely expensive owing to the difficulty in collecting it. Graphorn hide is even tougher than a dragon's and repels most spells. The Graphorn was large and humpbacked, with greyish-purple skin, tougher than that of dragons. It could repel most spells, had two golden horns, and walked on large four-thumbed feet. Its mouth was made of tentacle-like appendages that were used to grab food and put it in its mouth. It also used these to show affection. It was said to resemble a saber-toothed tiger. Mooncalf. The mooncalf had smooth, pale grey skin, and four spindly legs that ended in large flat-webbed feet. The mooncalf also had a very long neck and bulging blue eyes that sat on the top of its head. Once the mooncalf was in the moonlight, it performed complicated dance moves while standing on its hind legs. It was believed that this is part of the mooncalf mating ritual, but also had the side effect of creating geometric patterns in wheat fields that confused muggles. Mooncalf dung, if harvested before the sun rose, would make magical plants grow fast and strong. Hodags feed largely on mooncalves. Newt Scamander had a herd of mooncalves in his suitcase during his visit to New York in 1926. He also kept another small group in the basement of his apartment. However, it is possible that these were part of the same herd. 1980s. Main article, Mooncalf at the Magical Creatures Reserve. A mooncalf lived in the Magical Creatures Reserve during the 1980s. Rubeus Hagrid brought it there after discovering it in a Muggle farmer's field. During the 1987 to 1988 school year, Jacob Sibling helped take care of it and discovered that it danced in a square pattern, different from most of its species, who danced with circular formations. The student theorized that it may have been ostracized from its original herd due to this unusual behavior. With help from Professor McGonagall and Barnaby Lee, the student taught it to dance in circles, allowing it to be accepted into a mooncalf herd that lived in the Forbidden Forest. Niffler. The Niffler was a magical beast with a long snout and a coat of black, fluffy fur. They were attracted to shiny things, which made them wonderful for locating treasure, but that also meant that they could wreak havoc if kept, or let loose, indoors. Nifflers in general were usually harmless. Students at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry learned about Nifflers in Care of Magical Creatures class, an elective that could be chosen in the third year of their education. Nifflers were assigned to Cursebreakers by the Gringotts head goblin to burrow underground in search of treasures hidden in cursed sites. Nifflers were rodent-like creatures with a long snout similar to that of a platypus and a coat of black, fluffy fur. Native to Britain, they lived in burrows as deep as 20 feet below ground, and females produced 6 to 8 young in a single litter. Nifflers had a pouch on their bellies, which held far more than at first seemed possible, like the effects of an undetectable extension charm on a container. Nifflers were gentle by nature and could even be affectionate towards their owners. However, they could destroy belongings looking for sparkly objects, and for that reason it was inadvisable to keep them as a house pet. It was also implied that they could turn vicious if provoked, as the second Niffler released into Dolores Umbridge's office apparently tried to take a chunk out of her leg. Kneazle. They had spotted, speckled or flecked fur, large ears and a lightly plumed tail, akin to that of a lion's. They were thought to have separate breeds, like cats, and therefore each one varied in appearance. They made excellent pets if they liked the witch or wizard who wanted to own them. Kneazles could interbreed with normal cats, and generally had up to 8 kittens in every litter. Kneazle owners were required to be licensed. Some people, both wizards and squibs, made a living by breeding Kneazles or part Kneazles, such as Arabella Fig. One notable Kneazle hybrid was Hermione Granger's half-Kneazle, Crookshanks, who she purchased from the Magical Menagerie in Diagon Alley in 1993, which was known to sell pet Kneazles. Kneazle whiskers could be used in wand cores, although they were said to make inferior wands when compared with other wand cores such as unicorn hair, phoenix feather and dragon heartstring. Nature. They had a very high level of intelligence, were independent and occasionally aggressive, and had an uncanny ability to detect suspicious and untrustworthy people. They did, however, sometimes bond with people they found to be loyal and worthy of their compassion, and could make good pets to those people, often protecting them and safety-guarding them home. Because of their aggression towards certain individuals, Kneazles had an XXX classification by the Ministry of Magic, if they were not interbred with another species. The Hogwarts legacy story will take us to the wizarding world circa 1800s, which is 100 years before the events of the Harry Potter books. Hogwarts Legacy features an original story which will allow us to experience life as a fifth-year student of Hogwarts, granted late admittance as we hold the key to an ancient secret that is threatening the world of witchcraft and wizardry. Avalanche Software says that we'll embark on a dangerous journey to uncover a hidden truth of the wizarding world in Hogwarts Legacy, visit some familiar locations, and meet a brand new cast of characters.